Hey guys, in this guide, I'm going to show you the best optimization settings in Genshin Impact to improve performance and to boost FPS. If you are running a low-end computer, then this guide will come in especially handy as these settings will improve even the slowest of Windows 10 and Windows 11 computers. So we'll start by adjusting some settings on our computer, then we'll move on to some settings inside of the game that you will need to come into and change. So we're going to first head over to our start menu and you need to search for settings, and then come over to the settings icon. From the left hand side here, come inside of gaming, inside of the game bar at the top here, and you just need to ensure that this game bar is turned off and disabled. And then we're going to go back one window by pressing this back arrow at the top here. Come inside of game mode, and you need to ensure that game mode is enabled turned on, as this is going to apply some optimizations to your system that will help improve performance. Then from the left hand side, come inside of system, inside of display, and scroll all the way down inside of graphics. Then click on change default graphics settings at the top here, and just ensure that hardware accelerated GPU scheduling is turned on and enabled, and then come back one window once more. And then we're going to press this browse button here. And we need to locate the Genshin Impact file, which can usually be found within the C drive, inside of program files. And you should see a folder called Ho-Yo Play, and we need to double click on this. And then we're just going to double click on this launcher.exe file. And as you can see, now it's been added to the list. And we just need to come over to options and make sure high performance is selected from these list of options and press save. Then whilst we're in the settings window, we also want to come down to Windows Update from the left here. And just press this check for updates button to ensure you're running the latest version of Windows, as new software updates can also help improve performance. And once you're fully up to date, we can come over to System from the left here, inside of Notifications, and just ensure that notifications are turned off and disabled. And then we're going to close out of this settings window. Right click on your taskbar at the bottom down here, come over to the System tab, and down here next to Related Links, you should see something called Advanced System Settings, and we're going to press that. Inside of this Performance tab, come inside of Settings, and you'll probably have one of these options already ticked down here. Now you need to change this to Custom and copy all of my settings on the screen now. So basically you want to disable everything apart from the animations in the taskbar, show thumbnails instead of icons, and smooth edges of screen fonts. Everything else you can disable, as this will really slow down our gaming experience. And then press apply and OK to save your changes. And the last thing we're going to do is just check our graphic drivers are fully up to date by heading over to the Start menu and searching for Device Manager. And then head over to the Device Manager tab, and from these list of options we need to come down to Display Adapters and expand this list. And locate your graphics card from the list, and then just right click on your graphics card, select Update Driver, and then we can press Search automatically for drivers. As you can see, I'm already running the latest drivers on my device, so we can close out of this window. And now that's all the major settings we need to change on our system. So let's launch up the game, and I'm going to show you the settings we need to change inside of here. So once you're inside of the game, we just need to press Escape key on our keyboard to bring up the settings menu, and head over to Settings from the left hand side here, and we're going to come over to Graphics from the left. And the first thing we're going to change here is this display mode setting, and you need to ensure that full screen mode is selected, and the screen size should be set to your monitor's native screen size. Just make sure you have the full screen option set and not borderless or windowed. We can leave brightness how it is, and then we're going to come down to FPS, and you need to set this to the highest number available, which for me is going to be 60. VSync we need to turn off in order to get maximum FPS. Render resolution we're going to reduce to 0.9. Shadow quality we're going to set to the lowest. Global illumination you can turn off. Visual effects we're going to set to low. SFX quality we can set to low. Environmental detail set to low. Anti-aliasing we're going to turn off, as this is one of the biggest FPS impacting elements. So we should always have this one disabled. The volumetric fog we can turn off. Reflections need to be turned off. Motion blur also needs to be turned off. Bloom should be turned off. Crowd density can be set to low. Co-op teammate effects can be set to off. Subsurface scattering, you can set this one to medium. Anisotropic filtering can be set to 8 times. And lastly, the dynamic character resolution, I'm going to keep this turned on. And then we can save our changes, and this is going to give you the biggest performance and FPS boost while you are playing the game. Obviously these settings will lower the graphics quality of the game, so if you want to bring back up some of the graphics quality, you can just adjust these settings accordingly by increasing them as you see fit. But for a low-end computer, these are certainly the best settings that I'd recommend. So if this video did help you, then please consider dropping a like and subscribing. Until next time.